Hey Finn, how you doing?
I'm very good, mate. How you doing? Good to see you.
I, I'm good. Merry Christmas to you. Welcome to the
Yeah,
Christmas
Merry
edition,
Christmas to you as well.
the Christmas edition of You Country, the country music show that's all about you, kinda. Um, so yeah, brand new on the scene, Finn. You're kind of you're new blood within UK
Yes,
country,
sir.
right?
Yeah, I am. I've been doing this probably about 6 months now, so very fresh to the scene.
And do you play guitar as well?
I do. Yeah, I've self-taught. Probably about 2 years ago, I picked up for the first time. So anything you see me do is my own horrible method.
Mate, I've been doing this 30 years, and it took me a lot longer to learn to play guitar. So you're doing well, mate. You're doing well.
Thank you,
So
man.
as a musician, as a new musician, what was your realization moment that you were like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do? And how old were you when you finally sort of
Ooh,
cemented it in your mind?
that's a cool question. I, to be honest, I think it all comes down to ex-girlfriends. I've had some really good people around me in the last couple of years who have kind of influenced me on music, but I didn't have a thought in the world about doing it until I met a couple of people I was dating back in the day. One of them was really into country music, so she got me listening to it, and the other was a singer, so she kind of got me singing. And then it kind of tied together. Once I wasn't with either of them, I just started doing it on my own and realized I kind of liked it too.
Yeah.
So there was that. But probably about February this year, I started writing with a friend called Ollie. He's just a friend from my hometown, and we'd write in a cabin in his back garden. And he was quite confident, so he'd get me singing, and I'd never sung in front of anyone before. But I'd be singing with him. We'd be writing stuff, just messing around, having fun, and then taking those songs to our little friend group, playing those songs, and having them love it and sing the words back to us. I think it was probably around that moment I realized I love the feeling of people enjoying my music. So I think it was probably less than a year ago. I've been doing this whole thing.
Right. Okay. So it's all still new. It's a
Very
great.
fresh.
It is a great feeling. I do remember that feeling when you
Yeah.
first. This is great. This is fantastic. So what
Hmm.
country? Why country?
My country.
Yeah.
I have been told by a singing teacher I had back in the day that my voice is kind of best suited to country, but that's not the main reason. It kind of fallen into place because country music is just something I really love. It really chills me out, and the feeling that I get listening to country music is something I want to eventually make other people feel with my music, if that makes sense. That like chilled out feeling where it's all just positive vibes, really pure. That's how I perceive it. And if anyone can listen to my songs down the line and get that same relaxed, calm down feeling, then I've done my job and I'm happy.
Yeah. And what with what you listen to, what kind of what songs make you
Ooh.
feel like that?
Yeah, so honestly, I listen to any country song and I'll be smiling ear to ear. But the thing that I listen to the most and do enjoy the most is all the storytelling stuff. So when it's really stripped back and acoustic, people call it sad music. But to me, it's just I just love it when it's a bit of Travis picking proper relaxed stuff on the guitar and someone telling a story over it with a nice melody. That to me is just perfect. It's so simple as well, which is great. You don't need to worry about too much production. It's usually the sort of songs which an artist will write it in their room, playing the guitar and singing, and then they'll produce it and it will sound exactly as it did when they wrote it in their room. So it's proper raw, proper real, just nice little stories over a few chords.
No, that's fair enough. And talking of songs, I've asked you
Mm.
to pick three songs from Spotify for our Spotify listeners. So, what is your first song today, and why have you chosen it?
So I believe the first song I put up was my own debut single, which is a song called "Tend to Be." I wanted to put this one forward, obviously, so people can get an idea of who they're hearing talking. This song to me is it's quite a cool one. I produced it, like I just mentioned, very simple, almost as close as it was to how I had written it in my room a few months back.
Yep.
And this one to me captures an emotion that I used to feel quite a lot and haven't really ever heard anyone sing or talk about, which is the feeling I get of guilt created by love. Usually, when you're about to go through a big heartbreak, you start thinking that you're not perfect and this person shouldn't be burdened by all your imperfections and such. So I wrote this song called Tend to Be, kind of capturing the emotion of how perfect just ain't how I tend to be. It's been
Okay,
out since June and it's the only song I've released so far and it's been doing pretty well and I've received loads of nice feedback on it. So I hope
good.
you guys enjoy too.
There we go. This is Fin Pearson with "Tend to Be." There we go. That was Fin Pearson with "Tend to Be," and we are talking to Fin Pearson on You Country. So, Finn, what makes you country?
What makes me
See
country?
how I did the question there, you know.
Ooh, that's an interesting question. I do like that one. What makes me country? I think it's my kind of just love for simplicity and being straightforward and real, and kind of musically, I think it's kind of the way I write and play is just I write about real life things that I've experienced. I think that's what country is. You're writing your life over some chords. And just day to day, like the sort of things I enjoy in my personality, I kind of do believe to be kind of country. I mean, I come from the UK, which is not a super country place, but I'm one of the random people at my age who definitely stand out in the crowd because I'm there, chopping logs in my back garden with a flannel shirt on the weekend, and I'll be going hiking and listening to country music and playing by the fire and doing all this amazing stuff, almost painting like a fake story in my own head that I am some country guy living over in America, just faking it till I make it, really. So I think if you keep faking it, that's what makes it,
There's a quote on the country music is it the Hall of Fame? Was the music in Nashville? And it says country. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Waylon Jennings. It might have been Willie Nelson. Country isn't a genre; it's an attitude.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So just
spot on.
Yeah. So, who are some of the people on the country music scene that you admire and you look up to?
Wow. So something I've realized recently is that when people think of the country music scene, they're always picturing all the big, stadium headliner acts. And to be fair, at this stage, the people I look up to more are the people who are kind of in between. There's an in between from writing in your bedroom to a stadium act. It's kind of like the Sunday night little live lounge shows in the dive bars. And those are the artists which I look up to now. They're the ones who are writing all their own music, their own stories. Some of the most amazing hidden talent you'll ever find are in these little dive bars. And there's a few artists out of Nashville at the moment who have been going for a few years who I really look up to. One is called Gabe Lee. He's my complete inspiration and idol. I got to meet him back in summer at the Long Road Festival, which is really cool. And another artist, Joshua Ray Walker, as well. Similar story, similar kind of thing. They're around the same sort of level, doing the same sort of thing over in Nashville. And I got to listen to his set at the Long Road as well. And both of those guys are super talented. They're not selling out the biggest arenas in the world, but they definitely could, and they're the sort of artists which I look up to the most.
Okay, cool. So, second song, Finn. I think this might tie in somewhere along the line. What was your second choice?
So I think coming off the back of what I just said, obviously Gabe Lee's been a big inspiration for me. One of my first country songs, which I really found inspiration with and led me to learn to finger pick on guitar myself, is a song by Gabe Lee called Imogene. It's just a really pretty song. I love it. And I hope you do as well.
There we go. This is Gabe Lee with Imogene, and we'll be right back. So there we go. That was Imogene by Gabe Lee. Finn, so you have seen the show.
I've seen the show a couple of times. I know what's coming up.
It's time now for the big quiz. So it's time to check out what do they know. Finn, you are now sitting in the quiz booth. Again, you can't see it on Spotify, but you will see it on YouTube. It's I should have done a festive one, really, but I'm just too lazy to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions, and then you just give me the answers. Some of them are multiple choice, some are not. We'll have 2 minutes in which to answer. At the moment on our leaderboard, it has been James Vince for a long time. James Vince of Live in the Living Room. Rhiannon Page, your friend, has managed to join him in first place, but last week they were both knocked off by, and that's probably not the best phrase, but they were knocked down by Tennessee Twin, who scored a massive 14 points. So 14. No pressure, Finn. Wow, okay. No pressure at all. What is your chosen subject?
I believe we're just going to go with modern country music, something that every listener knows about, and I can do my best trying to get some points with.
I hope that I've compiled this okay. So just bear in mind that because I didn't actually make the questions and answers, that everything is deemed as correct. Okay, but I can't be held responsible. But so Finn, the question is, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, so we'll without too much expense spared, we'll put 2 minutes on the clock. Echo. Doesn't work. Echo. 2 minute timer. So, Finn, who sings Long Black Train? Is it Kenny Chesney, Josh Turner, Keith Urban, or Toby Keith?
Oh, God. Toby Keith.
That's incorrect. Who sings Little Moments? Is it Toby Keith, Sarah Evans, Dirk Bentley, or Brad Paisley?
Oh, my gosh. We're going Toby Keith again.
It's not, unfortunately. Which
God.
song contains the lyric, I would have watched you dance alone, girl, I should have known?
That's my own song. As my song tend to be.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
according to the American Country Countdown, what song was the very first #1 hit for Montgomery Gentry? Was it Speed, My Town, or If You Ever Stop Loving Me?
I'd say the third one, If You Ever Stop Loving Me.
That is correct. Who teamed up with Brad Paisley on Whiskey Lullaby? Was it Alison Krauss, Leanne Rimes, or Kelly Pickler?
I want to say Leanne Rimes.
That's incorrect. Who sings I Love You This Much? Is it Jimmy Wayne, Alan Jackson, Blake Shelton, or George Strait?
George Strait.
It's incorrect.
He's a bit before my time.
Sorry, buddy. Former Hootie and the Blowfish lead singer Kane Brown arrived on the country music scene as a solo artist in 2008. True or false?
True.
It's actually false, and I'll come back to that in a second. Country artist and American Idol judge Keith Urban is married to actress Naomi Watts. True or false?
False.
That is correct. Do you know who it is?
I don't. I know Keith Urban.
Nicole Kidman. According to Billboard, Luke Combs was the #1 country artist of 2019. True or false?
2019. True.
It is true, yes. Which of these songs is not sung by Keith Urban? Somebody Like You, You'll Think of Me, Raining on Sunday, or are all three sung by Urban?
The first two definitely are. Oh, God. I'm going to say all three are.
They are correct. That's correct. Which country artist married Gwen Stefani in 2021? You can still answer that question. So which country artist married Gwen Stefani in 2021? Was it Blake Shelton, Keith Urban, Kane Brown, or Hardy?
I was going to say Blake Shelton.
You are correct. So you can have that point as well. So Finn, I apologise.
It was a poor effort.
It was a tough quiz. But you did score 6 out of the 15. I think that was the question.
There we go. I'll take 6. It's a good effort.
But yeah, it's probably partly to do with me because like what's new to me is not necessarily new to you guys. So there we go, Finn. It's time now for your third and final song. So what are you choosing and why?
I'm choosing a song called Cowboy by Joshua Ray Walker. It's a really good song. I really love it. And like I said, I saw him at the Long Road and I loved his performance of this song. It was amazing. He had the whole crowd mesmerized. I think the main reason I chose the song is when you asked me, I was listening to it and I thought, yeah, this is a good one.
Fair enough.
So nice and easy. There you go.
That's right. Any reason is a good reason. So this is Joshua Ray Walker with Cowboy, and we'll be right back. So there we go. If you're listening on Spotify, that was Joshua Ray Walker with Cowboy, and that was one of Fin Pearson's choices. We're talking to Fin Pearson now. Last bit of the show now. Again, commiserations on that you country quiz. What do they know? Probably some tough questions there, and that's probably down to me.
Very.
Yeah, but tell us about. So you've got your debut single. You've got something else coming. Is that right?
I do, yeah. Thank you for asking. So January 5th, just a couple of weeks away, is going to see the release of my next single. It's a track called Reno Willow. It's a really different song compared to my first. It's my idea of an outlaw track. We're going down another storytelling route, but this one's a lot shorter, a lot more punchy on the beat, a nice kick drum to keep you going through it. Bit of a toe tapper, and I'm really looking forward to having it come out.
Okay, so where did you record that? What was that?
So I recorded this song in a studio just in my local hometown with a friend of mine called Ed, who's a producer who I met a while ago. He helped me with my first single too, although this one will not sound anything like the first.
No, fair play. We're looking forward to hearing that. Will you come back on the show once it's out?
Oh, mate, I would love to. Absolutely, I hope so. Yeah.
For you, Finn, what have been the highlights of 2023, and what are your hopes for 2024?
This is an amazing question. Of course, as I mentioned right at the start, I've only been doing this since March, so every single step of this journey has been a highlight in my eyes. I've loved every second of it. All the ups, all the downs, all the quiet patches, and all the loud patches have been amazing. Some of my proudest and favorite moments. I've had a bit of a memory moment recently. I performed my first ever live show back at the start of this year at a local venue called The Cabin. And my first time playing there was my first time playing live, full stop. And it was a bit of a shaky performance. People clapped at the end just because they felt they needed to, I think. But just a couple of weeks ago, I went back to this same venue and did another few shows there, or a few songs there, sorry. I got an encore at the end, got asked to do more, did a couple of covers and had the whole bar singing along with me on the weekend, which was amazing. This is a really cool feeling, getting to kind of stop for a second and have everyone sing back to you. That was really cool. Of course, playing the Live at the Living Room Giving Back event with you there as well, which was an awesome day. It was my first kind of taste into a writer's round, which is proper Nashville style. So it felt like I was kind of getting my foot in the door with the UK country scene for the first time. And I really loved that too, getting to meet some amazing artists. Writing, producing is just such a blessing. Having the opportunity to actually produce my songs and have people listen to them in their full potential is just amazing. And I can't pick one thing, to be honest. The whole year has just been great.
Do you know what's great to see, man, is the passion that you've got for this and how new and fresh everything is. I mean, my advice, there's going to be some things along the way that might try and off-rail you a little bit, but just keep that drive, keep that feeling, just keep pursuing it, man. It's a bit, like I say, 30 years for me. And I it doesn't matter where I am, I'm still not going to give up. So I think you've got some places you can go, man. So
I appreciate the things, man.
I recently watched an interview you did. I have to ask the questions. Are you ever going to wear a rhinestone suit and a cowboy hat?
Yeah. You saw the podcast I did, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if I'll ever wear a rhinestone suit anytime soon. There's talks about it, but I don't know if I've got it in me yet. Not in the locker. Maybe down the line, once I release a bit more of a flashy album, then I can go with it. But for now, I'm keeping it chilled out.
I'll tell you what, if you want to do it at any point in time, I'll join you on stage.
Oh, okay. I'll
in a rhinestone suit.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. All right. So tell us your socials, man. Let us know how people can find you and get hold of you, etc.
Yeah. So my socials, I only have two. It's TikTok and Instagram, and it's both at Fin Pearson, which is just FIN and then Pearson _.
Okay, there we go. Make sure that you go and show Finn some love on those, and make sure you listen out on the 5th of January for the brand new single. I can't remember the name.
Reno Willow.
Reno Willow. I am useless. It's my age, man. It's my age. Final important question, Finn. I think you know what's coming. What question do you wish I'd asked that I didn't?
I think it's a good question to ask people, right?
Hang on. Can you do me a favor? Can you look in your camera and say, James, this is a good question?
James, this is a good question. I think a good question to ask is probably something along the lines of like, oh, what's your favorite drink? What's your favorite snack? This and that. So down the line, if I ever do somehow make it big time and I get people coming out and they think it'd be a good idea to bring me a little gift to say hello, then it'll be something I like and I can have a good drink or a good snack, maybe. I don't know.
What is something you like?
Oh, I'm a Capri Sun, man. If I ever go to a show and somebody brings me a box of Capri Suns, best show I've performed. That's my highlight of the year then.
Capri Sun. Easy man to please. Definitely country music. Definitely. Finn, you've been an absolutely brilliant guest. Thank you very much. Thanks for taking part, being a great sport. Good luck for having me on the next single. No, you're more than welcome, and hopefully come back. We'll do season 2 at some point. I say season 2, I'll probably just go straight into the next bit because it's actually picking up quite well. But yeah, I'd love to have you back on the show. Maybe we'll get you back on with some other people, and we could do some joint guests and stuff like that.
Amazing stuff, man. I love the sound of it.
So, is there anywhere that you're playing in the next couple of months that people can go and see?
Yeah, there is. So, at the start of March, I'm opening in this King's Cross in London. There's a venue called the Water Rats. The Water Rats. This is a really cool venue. It's the venue where Bob Dylan played his first London show.
Nice.
The band Oasis played their first London show, and I'm now playing there, opening up for a guy called Nathan Leeser. He's a really cool guy, I believe from I want to say North Carolina. He's got some great tracks, so definitely check him out. And if you want to come see me and Rhiannon Page also there opening up for him, come along. And then about the month after that, at the end of April, I've got a couple slots at a festival down south called Carry On Camp Out. Again, Rhiannon will be there too. So if you want to come check out me and Rhiannon, yeah, we're going to be there. I'm on from Friday around midday for an hour, and then Saturday for another hour around midday.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, it'd be nice to catch both of you and meet Rhiannon in person. Yeah. Keep in touch. Let us know all about that, because I'm going to try and add some stuff to the website and give your gigs and stuff away as well. That
amazing, man. Thank you.
But once again, Finn, thank you very much for joining me on New Country. A very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. And as I say, good luck with that single. And go out and smash it, man.
Thanks, Paul. Merry Christmas, man.